with a big play.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
To the air, it's McKenzie. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Now on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Scarlet Knights offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Here's Antoine Raymond. We expect he'll have his number called quite often. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. To the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Duff. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Running inside. It's Raymond.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Trying to buy time. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked in.
Goes toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a quick return on the interception.
So defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. A really good job. Where the receiver is going and making it. Making the big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snagged it, and there's running room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Back to pass. It's McKenzie. Makes a catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Now the Scarlet Knights call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's Dickens. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Dickens. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't. First down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to him. Shakes off the defender. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there. And his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got a man. It's Raymond. No chance to run, but still a good game.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get your rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes them, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the quarterback will take a sack back to the 36.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get the pressure on them, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Hard-hitting tackle. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Looking for space to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Scarlet Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going to the run, it's Raymond. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. As we get a look at the numbers so far. Starting off this quarter, closing out the smell of the goal line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the...
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And that is why you never quit on a play. 4th down by the goal line. It looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
So it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking downfield, it's McKenzie. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Boston College will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense was ready to go. He'll pull it down and run. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Offense in a bunch formation. The run inside. It's Raymond. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure. He's knocked down.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
On third and this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Takes the handoff. It's Dickens. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Boston College right back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Looking to throw, it's McKenzie. Hines is tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Just going to keep it after the snap. Quarterback slides, and he's got it up for the first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Dickens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
To throw, it's McKenzie. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Good right down the boulevard. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. They'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Pulls and fires complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Boston College needing a fourth down conversion. They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here.
When they were trying to go RPO, the quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on him.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. On the move, it's Raymond. Nowhere to go on that one. They'll bring up second and 10.
And you want to run the football.
keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And the returner goes down. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes. And the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. He got it. That brings him to an end one.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's Missouri with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What do you got on the sideline, Holland?
I caught up with the Rutgers head coach at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working that left side. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself.
shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be fourth and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Trying to do it on the ground. Turns it on at midfield. Lots of room to run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Green. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Boston College offense makes its way onto the field. Scanning the field, it's McKenzie. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Boston College wants to play fast.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some time.
Makes the ground and room to run. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Right back to him on the ground. Powers through the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Takes the easy completion. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
To the air, it's McKenzie. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
The defense was not fooled. 3rd and 1 situation, everybody in the stadium expecting run. The offense trying to get a little cute, trying to take a shot, and it blows up in their face. Nice job by the defense.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And that is no good. Boy, they could have used that field goal to draw a little closer, but still an 8-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quarterback down, breaking the field. And the fumble goes out of bounds and maintain possession. Actually picked up yardage on the play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Scarlet Knights have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, that's normally an easy throw and catch. Just a slant route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense there.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the option. He'll toss it. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice job, gang. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out from the 25-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just to execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays. And
there's a crease.
this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Snags it over the middle.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Running inside, it's Dickens. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. Snap, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. The sure hands, it's Green.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the missed connection on third down.
And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 14, move. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Here's a heat. He gets away. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. And it'll be down right there. The Eagles offense stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to take a shot. He's got it down the field. Turning it on. The 20. 10. Touchdown Eagles. He got it loose and it was lights out after that.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. With the catch, it's Blake. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this second and short. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one. Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Raymond. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and fourth. Right back to it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short drive.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this Denver if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is the time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw. We'll let him run the football. If he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickens. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the air. It's McKenzie. Fires to the tight end. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
To the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
It was a massive missed opportunity failing on that fourth down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give as they work on that clock. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Maybe some room here. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right. Defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
With the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. They'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Ready to try the point after. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's McKenzie. Finds the tight end. Brings it to the open. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him. Look.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They just haven't been able to hold up and protect the quarterback, and now they face second and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Convert time, fourth down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And a
Unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Caught over the middle. It's right.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Well, it's a moment in the game offensively where you like to think you can just run the football in that down and distance to stay on the field, but David, the defense wasn't having it. They completely load up front. Physical. They dominated in that